Salut les champions, I am back and I'm so excited. What a journey it has been. So today I am with a very important person to me, has had this in mind for quite a while, and he is a leader, he is an international certified coach. He's a founder of two sister companies, Sharpen Skills and Sharpen Jobs. David, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Tony.
And before we get into the coaching, the international certified certificates and everything, take us back. Who is David?
Well, that's kind of a question that that is normally challenging to answer. But if I can talk about David, besides the titles, besides the roadmap that people are seeing today, where I am today, David is someone that has been struggling to be where he is today, and actually I can say that I'm not where I'm actually envisioning to be. But David is someone with I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree. I actually finished my PhD studies in this Feb, at the start of Feb. So that's David, and I don't know whether I've answered the question.
Yeah, that's quite a journey. And, you know, when maybe for those who are listening for the first time, it's when I had the vision of the Parcours, it was more of have a space where we share the stories that shape. Get us out from the fear.
Yeah.
And stories that tell us that becoming is a process. And that journey that you just talked about, or how you identified yourself, I think it has been a journey of becoming.
Yeah, sure.
And we're here as a platform to tell people that becoming is a process. First of all, before I forget, I want to come to what's the meaning of the names. Why Sharpen?
Oh, wow. That's so interesting. Well, when it comes to Sharpen, or Sharpen Skills, Sharpen Jobs, let me just take you back in my early days after finishing university. So even before finishing university, I became a teacher after my high school.
Yeah.
So, and I taught in secondary and even primary.
Yeah.
So then afterwards, I went for bachelor's. I finished bachelor's. I got my first job. And after getting my first job, I was so much privileged to read a book called Shape.
Yeah.
So Shape was written by Eric Ries. So I read the book, and I had a number of exercises. The book provides a number of exercises. It helps actually someone to identify or to know what you are born to do. And after doing a number of exercises and even reflecting what my colleagues or my classmates during high school had told me, I found out that I was born to be a teacher.
That's the purpose.
Yes, that's my purpose, to be a teacher. So every time you see me, whether I'm at Sharpen Jobs or Sharpen Skills, know that my purpose is to teach people.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in high school, students, they used to come to me to teach them. And they used to tell me that I used to teach them very well, more than the teachers.
Yeah.
So
That favorite teacher.
yes. Yeah. Then as I had started my first job and I discovered myself, I enrolled immediately into masters. So I went to do masters. I did my masters, but then immediately I could see that that there were some people who had a lot of potential. I normally tell people that the meaning of potential, it means unused ability. So they had the ability, but they didn't use the ability because of something. So you could find that there were different people having the same job and having the same job description, But you could find that there's someone who is being paid more than the other one. And they went to the same university, they did almost the same courses, or they went to the same high school. But then someone is being paid more than the other one.
Yeah.
Or someone is even being promoted and the other one stays there. So I found out that the reason as to why that happened is because of what they bring on the table, the value that they bring on the table. So, and I found out that the value, how can I increase my value? So that was also something that was not easy for me to find out, and I had to actually read a number of some books. Yes, and I found out that after questioning myself, and I found out that these people, the value was kind of not that high compared to the rest of the team members or even the high performer, because of some skills that they were not having. So I found out that most of the youth, even adults, they were not really, some were not performing not because they didn't have the bachelor's degrees, but because they lacked some soft skills.
Yeah.
So it's in that sense that I thought that in Rwanda by then there were no training firms. That I thought
that we're talking about maybe like 10 years back.
Actually, it's back in 2013.
That's
13 years back.
Yeah.
13 years back. So you couldn't find a training firm where you can go and do some soft skills. So that's when I said, okay, these people, I need to sharpen their skills. So, and so Sharpen Skills actually came as a result of looking at people and find that they had a lot of potential to become the best in the future, but because they lacked some of the skills that could help them to become the best version of themselves. And that's why I thought of starting a training firm called Sharpen Skills, so that we can sharpen their skills.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's about Sharpen Skills.
Nice.
Should I go ahead with Sharpen Jobs,
Yes.
or you want to ask?
I have sharpened them. How can I get them on the market?
Exactly.
Nice.
Yes. Actually, Sharpen Skills, I remember back in 2016, 2018, we used to go to train different institutions, different hotels, and they could tell us, you're bringing these people, at least you should give us these people when they are really good. Instead of us recruiting people, and then we actually end up calling you to come and train them. Why can't you give us people who are really good? So that's where we said, okay, then do what? Train people, sharpen their skills, and we prepare them for the opportunities.
Yeah.
So that's where Sharpen Jobs came from.
Yeah.
So preparing people, we sharpen their skills, preparing them for the right opportunities. We recruit, train, and we manage. Sorry, that's our mission.
Okay. So it's more of you will allow me to go more on the real life work than the technical part.
Yeah.
When we talk about giving skills to people and preparing them for an opportunity, now there comes the part of actually managing the people.
Yeah.
I think when it got into Sharpen Jobs, it became about HR, human resource, the department we all trash, we all hate, and I'm like, what's the motivation? Why is it so personal to you to keep on pushing? And I just feel like managing people ends up doing the emotional work, the labor of managing. How does this one feel? If I say no to them, how do they feel? Okay, first of all, I think they don't have these skills. Now I'm going to offend them by telling them you don't have the skills, go train yourself. How do you work around that and balancing that people get to understand that you're trying to sharpen their skills, but also maintaining the sharpness throughout the jobs?
Thank you so much. That's a brilliant question, actually. Let me ask you, let's say that you have two people who are managing you.
Yeah.
Someone who is always telling you, I want this and this and this and this. But then there's someone else who comes to you and tells you, you know what, Tony, I like the way you do things. I like the way you do it. But if you can't do it, if you can do like this or like this, it would be very good. Whom can you like?
I would like the one who tells me, I like the way you do this.
Yes.
But to some extent, and as people grow, there is that part of feeling like I'm embarrassed. Yeah, most especially in the job set, in the workplace setting.
Yeah.
Where some of the people who are giving the feedback can give it maybe in general. So I think there's a little bit of work in terms of how to do it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You see, when it comes to people management, it doesn't go with only KPIs. It goes how you give the KPIs.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you push people to do the KPIs, if you don't do it very well, you find out that people fail KPIs.
Yeah.
Because people, however much someone is a professional, you see someone is putting on a suit, is a human being.
Yeah.
And human beings, they are always emotional. So I always tell people that the meaning of emotion is energy in motion. So the moment that you don't control the energy in motion and you try to see that someone's energy is at high motion, the person is going to burst. So as a leader, you need to be very well good in sensing people's emotions.
Yeah.
And sometimes silence becomes
The best tool.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can see someone that is not in the mood. And it's better if you can just keep quiet and not keep punching someone who is very high. Because the moment that you punch the person who is really not in the moods, he's going to punch.
Whose energy is at motion.
Whose energy is in motion.
Yeah.
He's going to flow on you, and he will end up punching you.
But now I'm on the other side again. That's a brilliant way to see it. But in an environment where in a workspace recognition is required, to boost people's performance.
Exactly.
When do you actually recommend a leader or somebody who is pushing a vision to not be silent about stuff? However much they can see that the emotions of the people around are a little bit unstable, or they will start playing it along as a tool to manipulate you, if I can call it like that. Yeah. Most especially in the corporate area.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think we've worked together. That's the beauty of it. So when it comes to leadership is not something that is straight line or one method that I have to use. There are different kinds of leadership. Maybe I'm not going to teach here the pace-setting leadership, the democratic leadership. So there are different kinds of leadership. But those kinds of leadership, a leader is not entitled to use one kind of leadership. So, for example, if I'm a kind of a democratic leader, where I have to ask you, what do you think, or how can we do it? The next time, in case things are very tough, and I'm seeing that the board is actually pushing me to deliver, and I'm being thrown under the bus by my sales manager or sales director, I'm going to sit with you. And now we are going to speak the truth. What's happening? But then for me, as a coach, you mentioned it, I would say that the coaching style is the best one in leadership. You need to ask someone, get to know what's happening.
Yeah.
And get to know why is this person not performing well. And show the person the repercussions of not performing well. Yeah. Be very professional. Understand the person, why the person is not doing it very well. But also show them that if the things are not improving or the deliverables are not going to improve, this is going to happen. I'm likely to lose the job, me, myself, as the MD or the CEO,
Yeah.
and you're also likely to lose the job. So you need to improve. In that way, someone at least is going to go home and thinking that this person is not pushing me alone, but is also concerned.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm not always I'm not always on the side of people who are always aggressive, saying that I'm going to fire you tomorrow, I'm going to do this tomorrow. And at least you've worked at Sharpen Jobs. We don't fire people, but we try to find ways on how we can help those people to perform well.
Yeah.
And we didn't close doors because we are not pushing people. Yeah. So to answer your question very short, so I would choose the democratic style, and also embedding the coaching style, where I'll have to know what's happening, but also show you the repercussions in case you don't perform well.
Now, if I'm to ask you on behalf of people who are, growing in different industries and trying to know how to do it best, what's that one principle a leader should not compromise on?
Oh, it's not actually one.
Yeah.
I'll give you two.
Okay.
That has helped me a lot, and that has helped a number of people. Number one principle is consistency, and number two is the discipline to be consistent.
Consistency and the discipline to be consistent.
Yes.
Please elaborate a little bit.
Well, let me just give you an example.
Yeah. Be consistent on what?
Let's say that you do sports, right?
Yeah.
I know that you do sports.
Yeah.
So you're doing sports today, and tomorrow you're planning to go for sports in the morning, but all of a sudden it rains in the morning. So someone who is consistent and who is disciplined to be consistent is not going to stop doing sports, but rather the person is going to do what? Do sports in-house.
True.
You get me?
Yeah.
So being consistent is doing something in times that are not favoring you, but you have to do it because it's on your schedule, because you know the side effects that might come after if you're not if you don't do it. So being consistent is doing that thing whether you're being favored or you're not, or the conditions are not favoring you.
Yeah, that is quite a good one. But you will allow me to move a little bit from the part of managing the people and the calling, as you keep on teaching those who at least pass through your path as well.
Yeah.
And let's go on the other side of, having two companies. That means rent, that means taxes, that means salaries. So it's something else. How do you work around it with a service-based business or in that area of entrepreneurship?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now when it comes to working with having two companies, actually, the most difficult thing is keeping them afloat. So what do I mean? Making sure that these businesses, they are going to sustain themselves in terms of rent, in terms of manpower, employees. So, and making sure that you give them the same quality time to make sure that you elevate them.
Exactly. You have 24 hours
like the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the people. So what you have to do, or what I've seen that helps me, actually before it wasn't so easy for me, but as you grow, you get experience. So number one is entrusting people. Trusting people, getting to know that even if I'm not around, someone is going to do it. Because you are not born expert in everything. You learn. So you expect that other people can learn as well. So that's how you start having people who can be there for you. And you try to show them that this is their own thing. It's not yours. You show them that they're part of the thing. They're part of the big picture. But the moment that people are seeing that you're always in each and everything, they'll definitely see that they're not part of it and will leave it.
They'll always seek for your approval through everything.
Exactly.
And now it becomes your thing more than it's theirs.
It crumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it falls down. So managing 2 institutions or managing 4 institutions, it's trusting people. Yes. And they do the rest of the work.
Yeah. Again, it's very funny doing the business of people, improving the skills of the people, managing the people, and then coming back to trust the people to sustain your own vision. If I speak on behalf of entrepreneurs, now, how do you transfer the vision? Yes, you mentioned about trusting the people, showing them that they are part of the bigger picture. So I think it's more on the integrity part of these people who are helping me bring the vision should also be part of its success. But how do you transfer the vision?
How do you transfer the vision? The good thing.
How do you let them understand what you want to work on and now get to trust them that they are going to do it in the way that you would have done it?
When you're drafting the vision of the institution, you don't do it alone.
Yeah.
You do it with people. And the moment you allow people to contribute, that's when they are going to own it. So when it comes to owning, you see, in these days, most of the people, they are very young. We no longer see old people in different institutions.
Yeah.
So when it comes to young people, you have to keep sharpening them. So sharpening them, what does it mean? Reminding them about the vision of the institution. You remember what we agreed. You set quarter KPIs, and the quarterly KPIs should be reflecting the vision of the institution.
Yeah.
So the moment that you keep singing that song, the rhythm, the song sticks in their ears.
Yeah.
You understand?
They don't go astray.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't go astray.
Yeah.
So transferring the vision to the staff or to your people goes with making sure that each and everything, the vision that you have, you try to involve them, and they feel like they are the ones that brought that. There's a way that you can make people actually do what you want, but then you have to throw to them, I want us to do this. How do you think we should be doing it?
They come up with the strategies.
They come up with a strategy.
Yeah.
You have a vision of building a university or having a university, but then you ask them, what do you think? How do you think we should be doing this? They come up with fundraising strategies. They come up with the way they are going to get students, the venue and everything. But for you, the vision is to have the university.
Yeah.
And after having each and everything, all the bricks will be laid by those people who are doing who actually came up with the strategies.
This will want me to ask you,
Yes.
what has been the most humbling experience throughout that journey?
Well, it's yeah. You see now, you came at Sharpen Jobs.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
expecting.
You came at Sharpen Jobs.
Yeah,
We trained
really.
you.
Yeah.
You became the best version of yourself, and you left.
Yeah.
I remember back in 2015. No, not 2015. Actually, 2018. There's this lady that I believe that we are going to go very far with her.
Yeah.
I trained her on how to write proposals and everything, and within a fraction of a second, she left the institute. Yes, and I fell down. So every time I see my people leaving, and sometimes I don't have the powers to compete with the big fishes.
Yeah, because again, they're leaving because of an opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least now we can compete, but before it wasn't so easy. So that was an experience that actually could put me down. However much I could show the person that I'm very happy that you got a nice opportunity, but inside me, I was thinking on how I'm going to get someone and put that person on the same level and the person goes.
Now that takes you to feeling the pressure.
Yes.
You will let me ask now, how do you stay grounded when the pressure is on the peak? When your people are leaving, when you have just revised the packages and someone understands them, knows how to pitch them, and all of a sudden they go, you're like, okay, now that's other 3 months of explaining to the person the vision, the services, and everything.
Yeah.
How do you stay grounded to the vision and be like, you know what, I could just go and be, I don't know, like a director in any institution, maybe an 12K per month. So how do you stay grounded to your principles, to the vision, to the goal, like to the bigger picture of what you want to achieve?
Well, at first, actually, as I mentioned, it used to trouble me a lot. But as you become how can I say it? As you grow up and you gain a lot of experience, you come to know that in every institution, succession planning is always key.
Yeah.
So at the moment at Sharpen Jobs or at Sharpen Skills, whoever is at Sharpen Skills, including me, there's always a successor. There's going to succeed you.
Yeah.
And that successor comes from right from the interns. Someone comes and keeps on growing. So the moment that you leave, or the moment that I can say that I'm going to leave Sharpen Jobs, I'll get someone immediately who is going to replace me. So, but at first it wasn't so easy until I realized that I have to get enough people that are going to replace others in case they are going, instead of the institution stopping immediately because someone has left. Yeah.
That's quite a strategy. Have people who are, you mentioned something about interns. That means people who are learning from the big fishes, but who are ready to step in whenever they move out. I feel like that's something that startups or entrepreneurs could keep in mind, because I've seen in institutions where everyone is an expert and there's no one learning.
Yeah.
So there's the competition first. Feels like
Exactly. Yes.
So which also brings the part of being ambitious. I want to go. I want to start my own stuff. And to some extent, again, I will also want you to let us know again on that side where you get to see your person very ambitious, very want to do something out of the box, and they are pushing for it. But again, they are part of your people. You have to release them. Yes, there's a strategy to replace them, but of course, you want also people who to make people get out of their comfort zone and go the unconventional way. You know, you were once corporate and now has two companies, and now I'm wondering, what about those ones that you see? And is there a moment you've worked with someone and you're like, I don't think you belong here, you should be pushing on something else?
Well, it happens, but not that much. Not that much, because when you do HR and you've gone into different recruitments, you see, we recruit for different institutions.
Yeah.
So mostly when I meet you in my interviews at Sharpen Skills or Sharpen Jobs, it's because I see that you can align with the vision of the institution.
Yeah.
So however much we can, maybe you can come and try to pretend. But at the end of the day, we find out that you're not competent enough. In that way, what we do, we train you. In HR, you have to train people.
Yeah.
So, but it hasn't ever happened to me to find out that someone shouldn't be belonging here. But I've seen that, and which is part of each and every institution, where you find that you have people that should be trained. So, in case we find that you're lacking something, we train you.
Yeah.
But we haven't reached to an extent where you find that you want people to move out of the institution. However, if someone is not really performing well from an HR perspective, because we always advise our clients, let me say that now I'm advising the client, and you find that there's someone who's not performing well. When performance is not good and the attitude is not good as well, the person has to leave the institution. But when performance is good and the attitude is good, you reward the person.
Yeah.
And when the performance is not good and the attitude is good, performance is not good, but the attitude is good. Then what you do what? You train the person.
Yeah.
Because skills can do that. But when the performance is good and the attitude is not good, you do what? You warn the person. When the attitude is not good, it's not so easy. If it keeps on being like that, then you let the person to go out of the institution, because the moment that the attitude is not good, it would be spread to others even.
Yeah. In a workspace where that is driven by favoritism or given preferences, how do ethical leaders survive?
Well, you see, I always tell people that if you want to grow, you don't have to stick in an environment that is putting you down. Because the moment that you're going to cheat your intuitions or you're going to cheat your ethics, I'm telling you, it's going to affect much your reputation.
Yeah.
So I would say that in case someone happens to find that is in an institution where the fellow managers or directors, they favor people, you can help them to show them how good practices are done. In coaching, we normally say that do good things, avoid bad things.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you do good things and avoid bad things. Show them that you do good things and avoid bad things. But then you need to be exemplary.
Yeah. By doing good, it's to be exemplary.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to be exemplary. Because the moment that you're going to cheat,
Yeah.
they're going to do what? Say, the guy is always preaching to us, but he doesn't practice it.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're always exemplary. I've seen that. I've been in an institution where the big boss was doing some fishy things, but actually the guy was changed by a head of a department who used to do good things. But in case you find out that that's a culture of the institution, especially when the institution is led by the managing director or the founder, and the person doesn't want to change at all, it's better you leave the institution, because they are going to put you down. They are going to affect your emotions, and you end up being negative for nothing. At least you should leave. But in case the institution is not for that person, you can even whistleblow. You can be you can actually write the email to the whistleblower, and you find if that in case they have the ombudsman, and you find that maybe there's something that can be changed.
You flag out.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
I see. That's quite some. It requires strength
Yeah.
to pull off in such an environment. But obviously, when it's coming from the head, I think an ethical part of it flows throughout the whole company. But if it's somewhere in the middle, it's manageable.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. Now,
Actually, that's why I mentioned that when it's a founder, it's not so easy.
yeah,
You have to leave the institution.
yeah,
But if I ever imagine the CEO is actually, when the CEO is not the owner of the institution, still you can find ways on how you can change the institution.
yeah,
Yeah. Even
In
the
the
founder, you can be exemplary and maybe he can change.
yeah.
Yeah. But try to be an example to the rest of the team members.
Okay.
Don't try to cheat.
Okay. David, we've spoken about a lot of things here and there about your personal ambitions, going to the companies, going to the strategies on how to be a good leader. But I want to ask, when you are learning all this, putting in the efforts, doing the PhD, doing the courses that actually certify you as a coach, when you're tired, who helps? When the coach is tired, who assists the coach?
That's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. You see, the coach is always, as a coach, you have to have a mentor. Because when you're a coach, you encounter a number of things.
Yeah.
So when you're a coach, you find that maybe you're coaching a CEO, you're coaching a CFO, you're coaching a HR director. And maybe you're also doing career coaching. You're coaching a young person, you're coaching an executive, you're coaching, maybe you're also doing your family coaching, you're coaching maybe a husband and a wife. And you find that everything is coming into your brains. So you need to find where you should discharge each and everything. So that's why coaches, they also have mentors, they also have coaches who can help them as well.
Yeah.
So every time that I'm tired, I look for my mentor, and the mentor helps me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know when there's this? Okay, does it exist when you get to think, I'm actually where I don't need a coach? I don't need support. Can it happen? Does it happen?
Well, thank you so much. That's something that happens for someone who has never met a coach. If you've been a coach and maybe you've been coached, every time, in case you encounter anything, you feel like you need someone to coach you.
Is there tips or things that is advised for people who are there is, yes, having a coach, a mentor on the side. There is the work that you put in yourself and coaching yourself, making sure that what you were taught, you keep on pushing it. Are there tips that you can recommend where people can invest in personally to know that I'm still on the right track? Yeah, for the ambitious people who want to be champions, I'll have to ask this question.
Yes.
Where we have access to now, there's the AI, we can Google stuff. We have like multiple AIs, Gemini, Claude, here and there. Birashoboka ko umuntu yakiyubaka and actually become the best without needing support of coaches, mentors, seek the coaches, the mentors. Yeah. Is it possible? Is there hope?
Well, that's a nice question, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go back when I got to know that I was good at my calling was teaching, and also they used to tell me that I'm a good advisor, and I'm also a good teacher. So after knowing that back in 2012, 2013, I had to go to YouTube. So and I went to YouTube. I started teaching myself. I had to listen to videos, a number of videos, countless videos on different topics that I wanted to know very well. But which were the topics? Number one is teaching. How do you teach? How do you engage classrooms? And I remember I did a certificate with Allison. You know Allison?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you know Allison.
Learning the
Yes,
platforms.
it's a free online platform.
Yeah.
By then I did a free certificate. Effective techniques for teachers.
Yeah.
I also did a diploma in customer service, a diploma in sales, and I started training sales. So with this era where you find that there are free online platforms, you can teach yourself. You can teach yourself. However, when it comes to being guided on where you want to be, that's where you need coaches, that's where you need mentors. But in case you know that I want to do this, you can go and immerse yourself in those topics and you become the best version of yourself. I always tell people, there's this saying from this quote from Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, actually, he was like my mentor, however much it was an online mentor. He used to say that success is something you attract by the person you become. You don't chase success, but you become a person that attracts success.
Yeah.
And being a person that attracts success is by increasing your skills, what we started saying.
True.
So you increase your skills, you sharpen your skills by immersing yourself online, by reading, not watching only these reels that are on social media, but going into courses. You can become now a website developer, going online, studying online, without even going to school. You can become a better HR by studying online, teaching yourself.
Yeah.
So I would say that that's why I always tell the youth, especially the people, the university graduates, even the high school leavers, that they can go and immerse themselves online and they become the best actually on the market.
True.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I'm grateful for this conversation. We can go into different things
Sure.
for quite hours. And yeah, we will have to have more sessions to get into now the real work that it takes to be a good leader with your expertise. I best believe there is potential to save one of the champions out there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let Le Parcours be your channel of studying or getting something to help you throughout your ambitions and your vision. And David, thank you for honoring my invitation.
Thank you too for the invitation. I really appreciate it a lot. It's always nice to share with the people outside something that has actually shaped us, because you find that what you're sharing today might help someone not to stumble into the pitfall that you actually stumbled into.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you too. Please, if you have gotten to this point of this conversation, make sure to subscribe, to like on each social media platform that you're going to see the videos. And yeah, can't wait to have you, to see your comments and to hear from you as we get to the next episode. Bye.